EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the Dallas Cowboys. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Hurts throwing right away. Throwing left side, it's complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Throwing on first down. Graves. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Graves. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Graves. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Graves. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Sam Sloman is on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball out, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Trying the left side with Walker. The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking to throw on second down. Graves going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Here's Walker. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Walker once more, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Now Sam Sloman is on. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. They already had the early the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
After 1, it's 13-6. Here's 2nd and 9.
Put some points on the scoreboard.
Looking to throw. Graves. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, Graves. And he fires one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Graves. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something? That guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Walker. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Terrace Marshall, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And going right back to Walker. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Running right, here's Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. To the right side, this is Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by Woods. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Off the play fake. Graves slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try and run Walker. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Now Sam Sloman is on. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down now. It's Burnett, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are back within a score. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
The score, Cowboys 23, Eagles 20.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Walker with another carry.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
19 tight, 19 tight. 10 finals, 10 finals. 10 to 11, 10 to 11.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Second and 9.
Back to throw. Graves.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Burnett, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect him to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Off play action. Graves.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Up the middle, Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burnett.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 79 yards on the ground for him so far.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Graves. And Walker has it. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Graves targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. Give them 18 on that one. And that leads to a Dallas 1st down. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Graves. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Operating from the gun, Graves. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
A give for Walker running right.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And Walker once more.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Graves.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Operating from the gun. Graves. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So here now Sam Sloman in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense sent to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And the tight end goes in motion left. And inside give to Jones. Marquise Bell in on that stop.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
In motion comes the tight end left. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
He's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season.